Hey everybody, welcome back to a lovely time with your friends Steven and Zach here at the Old Team Covenant. We are talking about a Unrivaled preview season kickoff today for the Alpha Clash TCG, and it's actually quite a big one in my mind. I want to start with what Unrivaled is for Alpha Clash, what it kind of looks like, what the set contains. It's going to be your standard booster boxes with your two-player Clash Kits as well. Those two-player Clash Kits are a sweet way to always come in and try the game if you're new. It's also a really good way if you just want to buy those Clash Kits each set as they come out. That's also what some people are doing.
Pre-assembled decks that you can play right out of the box.
That's perfect. With pre-assembled decks, you get in there, you get to explore the story. Zach's read the novel, so he's always dropping truth bombs on me about what is going on.
Lore!
And I will let you do that right now because in Unrivaled, what's happening is we're seeing this discarded affiliation come in for the first time. And I didn't know what that meant. I just knew that these characters on the screen, Krung and Kaoling, it's like, well, something's going on there. So tell me more.
Well, so it's pretty late in the novel. I don't even think it's out yet. So I backed the Kickstarter, and I had Ridge sent over an early copy. So I don't want to spoil
No spoilers.
too
What
much.
can you tell us?
I got some heat last time. We were on stream, and I was revealing a little too much. But effectively, the discarded everything in Alpha Clash, right? The clashes are a lot of the historical crazy events, right? Like Atlantis disappearing or a meteor hitting Earth and the dinosaur. It's all explained away as science, but then in Alpha Clash, it's like there's a reason this is happening.
It's a clash. Yeah,
So
cool.
the discarded, as far as I can tell, in terms of real life human lore, would be demons.
Okay.
So they're
Cool.
and they appear in different shapes and sizes and forms and abilities and stuff. But any lore around demons could get linked to this, and they're supposed to be kind of these almost I wouldn't say mindless, but very disconnected, disparate creatures in the universe, and they may not be so disparate anymore in the lore. But that's all I'm going to say.
Fascinating. So
Yeah.
when we think about old stories of this exorcism that happened, or I saw this demon in the woods, or all that kind of stuff, that is maybe actually in this world the discarded affiliation kind of showing up.
There's some fun things you could do with that.
Oh yeah.
It's like any lore, if they're unrelated to a demon, but something like Bigfoot. And it's you could potentially explain that away in a thematic or Loch Ness monster. Or that kind
totally.
Of anyways, but in the same way with any kind of spooky ghost demon sort of tale. I also want to note before we get too far into this. So this is set 3. They previously released, and technically when we're recording this isn't even out yet, but the draft booster box, which is reprints from set 1 and 2. And that's kind of the reprint strategy. Yeah. So if you're new, draft boxes are a really great place to start to get kind of highlight cards from the past. And of course, it's draftable, sealed.
Draftable.
Hard to go wrong there. But I think this is notable. Rising Empire, the publisher, is definitely an independent studio, indie studio, small studio. And a lot of games don't make it to set 3.
That's kind of the critical moment, isn't it?
I think the two biggest numbers in terms of sets coming out for especially a collectible card game are set 3 and 10. Because there's just a lot of games that don't really make it past set 1 or 2. Especially now in a Kickstarter era or crowdfunding era where you could crowdfund and get that first out, but then to sustainably actually keep this thing moving. Set 10 and past set 10 is really most card games have ever come out don't make it past set 9.
Man, Star Wars Destiny was close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We almost got there.
We did not get set 10 of Star Wars Destiny. A really good example.
It was designed.
Yeah. I think the cards got leaked.
Yeah.
Sadly, and it was a
And it was an
banger.
awesome set.
But all that said, so this is set 3. It's coming out May 31st, and notably in late April. I don't want to jump too far ahead,
but give it a go.
Okay, yeah. So late April is really kind of the beginning of their fullest vision, right? You got the organized play starting, which we'll cover in a minute. The cash prizes. You've got set 3 coming out and pre-releases, and then you've got this body of cards that are out, and you can tell if you've been around since the start, the production quality and the art every set is just getting to, and I think they're arriving at this is what you should expect for the future of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. The third set, Unrivaled, is, again, as these sets go on, they seem to increase in quality and production and all of that. So you love to see that. This one in particular, Warcry and Weber are now going to be contenders in the 2-player Clash Kit. So I'm actually very excited about that. Weber was one of my early favorites planned from set 1.
Had that Moxie demo deck? It wasn't even a starter deck. It was like the demo deck.
It's a demo deck, yeah. So cool to see some of these characters that we've been using in the game now become their own contenders. I absolutely love that kind of stuff. And we do have the subscription for the 2-player Clash Kits if you want those automatically. And then we also have it for the booster box sets themselves. So you can find that on our website. And one of the killer things about that deal is that it comes with an exclusive promo that Alpha Clash is providing to us. And with that exclusive promo is also a look at a card from the set Unrivaled that we have not yet seen. And that's going to be Flare, Pyroblast Assault, and we've been hiding it from Zach because we knew it is exactly the kind of card that he would love. It's 5 cost, it's in red, of course, exclusive. When you play a red card, Zach, you can deal 1 damage to target contender or clash card. It's a 4/4. You never have to worry about playing the game again, buddy.
It's just burn.
It's just burn, and some killer art there too.
Yeah, man, I love this. So Flare from set 1, I didn't know anything about the lore at that point. You look at red. Red's naturally the color I lean to in games typically. So I've been excited. I hope we get a Flare contender at some point. So the fact that our promo is a Flare card makes me wonder what's going on.
Do you think that's discarded in the art, or is that just standard dinosaur?
That's a good question.
Because like it would fit that it would be a discarded kind of creature, given that the set is Unrivaled.
Yeah, I would guess it's discarded.
Okay.
And I feel like discarded is a big. It's sort of a affiliation that there was underexplored early, and then in set 2 we got the portal, and based on my reading, the portal might be relevant for the discarded. So this would make sense that you're going to see them more and more is happening here. And what a great card!
Were all the dinosaurs just discarded? Well, there's an idea. I mean, just have a dinosaur set. Come on, Zach. Everybody loves dinosaurs.
I'm waiting for the T-Rex card.
So let's circle back around to these booster boxes as a whole. So these are your standard. Nothing's really changed with these. You're about $90 MSRP. You've got 2 box toppers as promos. So every box will have one of those 2 cards as the box topper on it, as I understand it. You also have 5 different case toppers. Okay. So a sealed case is 12 booster boxes. So if you get 12 booster boxes, on the top of that sealed case is a special card. There's 5 of those. Cool. And then you also have, we'll just run through the breakdown here. It's 24 packs per box, 10 cards per pack, 57 commons, 41 uncommons, 29 rares, 13 epics, 5 iconic rares, 2 legendaries, and of course, 1 alpha rare. When I was doing that. 55 tacos, 55 cards, 55. I was like, I think you should leave a bit. And the box looks great, and all of the cards inside, of course, are going to be fun to explore. Now, when would we do that, Zach? For the first time ever, let me tell you, we would do it in Las Vegas at the Level Up Expo, where there is an event that the team has put together, and they're partnering with the Realm to do this.
Yep,
Realm Games. And on Saturday at Level Up Expo, there is the kind of world premiere of Unrivaled, where you get this pre-release kit of set 3. Everybody sits down, and then I presume, if it's like every other world premiere I've been to, you get these kits, and then you build a deck or you figure out what to do, and then you play each other in a tournament, and you're all using the cards for the first time that you've ever seen. And let me tell you, it is my favorite thing on this planet when it comes to card games. I did a couple for Flesh and Blood, and they are so fun.
Yeah,
everybody's like, "What's going on?"
Like sealed with a new set that most people have not seen most of the cards of. It is hard to beat that experience.
It's the best.
And for Alpha Clash, this is the first time they're doing this. So the first 2 sets came out, and they didn't have the big organized play structure going. They didn't have big events like this. So I think this would be a very notable event for this game in its history. First real major event. On top of it, it's a world premiere of a set like this. So that'll be exciting to see.
And then just the next day after, on Sunday, is a big 10K constructed event. This is like the big where players want to be players, you know what I'm saying? So the big 10K cash event, I think the first place get like 2,600, and then it goes all the way down to 64. I think 64 is like in the 100-ish of cash all the way up.
Let me check my calendar.
So that's obviously that's going to get some attention on the event. So top 64 taking home some cash, 10K distributed there, and then all throughout both of those events, there's booster boxes, playmats, promos, that kind of stuff going on.
Yeah. I saw there's 2 different top 8 playmats. So one for the Saturday event, one for the Sunday event. They look cool.
And then there's side events going on as well. So like there's just little stuff going on where you win a pack every time you get a win, and these little side tournaments too. So if you want to play some Alpha Clash, if you're going to be at next level anywhere, Level Up Expo anyway, slide on over and check out an event for Alpha Clash. If you're in Vegas, like Ryan Roper, how you doing, Ryan? Go to Level Up Expo and see what it's about. And it looks like it's gonna be it's a massive convention, right? I'd never even really heard of Level Up Expo.
It's one of the cool things that I think Rising Empire is bringing to the table, because the theme here is indie superheroes, and so they've done a lot of trade shows for comic books.
Yeah.
And there's this whole different comic video game world that's adjacent to tabletop, which is really cool. It's cool that you have a game that can kind of bridge that gap. And if you don't play Alpha Clash, haven't played it, we have Clash Kits on the site and different bundles it's worth checking out. If what you've seen so far is appealing at all, I would just recommend taking a look at that.
That's it. So they're on their 3rd main set. They will have released their 1st draft set, which is a kind of essentially a reprint set with a bit of alt art treatments and foiling treatments from the cards from the first 2 sets. So essentially, we're looking at 4 releases of booster boxes, then 4 more releases of 2-player Clash Kits, plus graphic novel, plus novel, like full-on novel, and more going on in that direction. So, I mean, they just keep cranking, man. Best of luck to the Rising Empire team. You guys are doing a great job. I hope folks go out to Level Up Expo and check out the game. I know Zach has told me off camera that there is a group of people on Discord texting about being there and what decks do we run and all of this. So clearly the organized play situation has gotten the attention of some people who really want to partake in that kind of way.
Yeah, and it's important to note this is the beginning of spoiler season, so there's going to be a lot of other spoilers coming from other content creators. You can check out the Alpha Clash website to see where all that's going to be happening, and then we'll have something, I think, at the tail end.
Yeah, at the very end, we'll take all the previews, we'll put them together, we'll talk about them, we'll have a good time, and we'll share in the joy of Alpha Clash. So thanks y'all so much for being here. If you want Unrivaled, check out our website. We have it there. We partner with Rising Empire to make that easy for everybody. You can get on the subscription to grab booster boxes, and Unrivaled will be the next one if you're watching that now. And then, of course, if you want all future booster boxes, well, we're there for you as well. That's what a subscription is. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.